This video today and tomorrow I will present my vision on Reishi mushroom or Lingzhi mushroom. It is very popular Chinese medicine, and let's decide, is it really mushroom of immortality like it is presented in Chinese literature or not? Let's go. Let's decide. Okay. So first I will present a version which is shorter and adapted to high school education, so it's probably easier to understand. This version was prepared with DeepSeek, and I use the Chinese AI version because we are talking about Chinese medicine. It is, in this particular case, it is working better than Gemini. I mostly use Gemini because I think this AI version is better. But I mean, Gemini is better than DeepSeek, but in this particular case, somehow the Gemini gives a very short presentation, so very short information. So DeepSeek is going longer and a little bit more details. Okay, let's go. Think of the reishi mushroom, also called Lingzhi, is a very old famous medicinal herb from China, not something you want on pizza. Yes, it is not edible mushroom. So for centuries people have used it, earning the name of mushroom of immortality. It is, again, we have to consider what they believe is immortality is. It is, according to the Chinese religious beliefs, it is not the same what we think physical immortality. So scientists have now analyzed it and found a bunch of complex compounds in the mushrooms. This includes things like polysaccharides, which are complex sugars, 3 terpenes, and various minerals like potassium and so other many minerals. So here is the key thing from carnivore perspective. The mushroom is mostly water, 90%. Even if it is woody mushroom, so very tough, it is 90% water. The solid part that is left made of protein, up to 40%, some fat, and polyunsaturated fatty acids mostly, and a good amount of carbs, up to 30%, and fiber, 32%. Okay, you have to understand that this part of the 10%, which is rest from the water, dry part. So a lot of this fiber is tough substance called chitin, which is the same stuff in insect shells. Our bodies can digest chitin very well. Okay, number 3 is here. For a strict carnivore, it is not acceptable because we aim to avoid plant matter and fiber, but however, some people on these diets see it as beneficial prebiotic, prebiotic meaning it feeds the good bacteria in your gut. So how people take it, because of it is tough and woody, you don't eat reishi mushroom, instead people make it into powders. So whole mushroom is dried and ground up to powder, fine powder, and 5 grams of this powder is as strong as 50 grams of fresh mushrooms. The most common dose of the plain powder is about 5.2 grams per day. Chinese medicine recommends up to 12 grams a day. From a keto carnivore standpoint, the powder still has some carbs and fibers, so we try to avoid, but while a concentrated extract might be seen as a way to get the potential benefits without this plant inclusion. So people make extracts, very popular extracts. So powders are sometimes consumed, and they recommend powder because it's just easier, but people make mostly extracts. People use hot water or alcohol, like ethanol solution, up to 70% ethanol, to pull out the active compounds. This creates a much more concentrated product, and you can only take only tiny amount, like 6 milligrams per day, of the ethanol extract. So, what are the health benefits? People study reishi for a lot of things. There are big ones with a critical eye. First, it is immune system support. This is the most famous use. Reishi is called as immunomodulator, which means it might be able to boost a weak immune system and calm down the overreactive response of the immune system. The key players are here beta-glucans. It is type of polysaccharides. Studies show that they can increase the activity of natural killer cells and the white blood cells, which are like special forces of the immune system to fight infections and even cancer cells. One study even showed boosted immunity in fish. So you can click on, if you download the presentation as PDF file from the link in the description, you can click on the link and get to the publications. So keto carnivore view. It is interesting. If it is truly balancing immune system, it is powerful tool regardless of the presence of some polysaccharides. Okay, stress and sleep. Reishi considered as adaptogen. Okay. It's a substance which helps your body handle stress. Some studies suggest it can help you relax and sleep better by increasing total sleep time without acting like a heavy sedative. Okay, also some publications. Okay, better sleep is a universal goal. If a supplement can help with this, it is worth nothing. Okay, what I write, so I got this supplement from China, and I tried to use it quite long for months, and so I will eventually give my opinion. So gut health, this is a tricky one. Reishi has compounds that act as prebiotics, feeding gut bacteria and promoting production of short-chain fatty acids. Some research even shows that it can help restore a healthy balance of gut bacteria. Okay, this is where a strict carnivore diet might hold, and we often aim for simple gut by not feeding bacteria and fiber, but actually promoting bacterial growth goes against this principle. And again, I am not proposing carnivore diet. I am proposing longevity diet. It is different because it includes prebiotics. So how a more flexible low carbers might see this as a positive for oral digestion, because again, prebiotics are good for health. Other benefits, the list go on. Studies suggest reishi has antioxidant properties, it is fighting cell damage, may help reduce blood pressure, has shown some potential in slowing tumor growth in lab studies, and might even help with blood sugar control and type 2 diabetes. Okay, there was a lot of publications also, a lot of, since middle of 20th century, a lot of people were doing research, and not only in China, but also Europe and Middle Asia. So a lot of data. There is also research on it protecting the liver and even being used in skincare for anti-aging properties. Okay, so bottom line, most of the research uses hot water or alcohol extracts. But in my opinion, using the fine dry powder of the whole mushroom might have an extra benefit. This indigestible chitin and fiber can act like a sponge in your colon, potentially soaking up toxins and secondary bile acids and helping to keep your body clean. It is again my personal opinion. It's not medical recommendation or not opinion of the strict carnivore diet enthusiasts. However, to be honest, I tried taking 6-8 grams of reishi mushrooms every day for about a month, and I didn't feel a considerable health improvement. Very in contrast to gotu kola from the first day. If I take too much, I'm getting sleepy, but my sleep improved and get longer, so I see a lot of benefits in gotu kola. Reishi powder, no impact, nothing. So yet I take it because even if it is not mushroom, but even some grinded bark from trees, even this is okay because it is very fine powder. It is not damaging my gut, so let it work as to extract, to detox my body from these toxins, because secondary bioacids and also toxins are released with bile acids from the liver to the gut. It has to be removed, otherwise they just go back to the blood. So we have to keep our detoxing process running. Okay. So for me, it was not magic bullet. So, but it is certainly not mushroom of immortality in the sense I understand immortality as a healthy life for like few hundred years or 1,000 years. So it is not mushroom of mortality. I will discuss it a little bit later. So, final thoughts for keto carnivore friend. Is it keto? The powder has carbs and fiber, so it would need to be counted in your daily macros. And extract might be a better choice to avoid it. Okay, it is again, I'm not a proponent of the keto carnivore diet. I propose a longevity diet. It is different. So is it carnivore or not? It is fungus, which is not animal product. Using it as a supplement is a personal choice that steps outside the strictest definition of the carnivore diet. Does it work? Okay, the science is promising in many areas, especially for immune modulation, stress and sleep, but many studies are small or done on animals, and it is not cure all, but but it has also some side effects like nausea and maybe drop of blood pressure when it is consumed together with blood thinners. Okay, so again, this is the adapted version. I will, in other video and tomorrow, I will discuss my original presentation with more references and more thoughts to do. So it's again, I'm trying to understand what herbs and the supplements from Chinese medicine I can use for my longevity diet. So thank you for your time and take care. Ciao.